Whoever tells you that running a business is easy, they're lying to you. I never say that running a business is easy. I often say that there are easier way to do certain things, but what I often say is that it's very simple, it's very logical, but easy, not quite. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you 7 important lessons that I've learned since starting my business in 2013. And these are part of the good, bad, and the ugly side of having your own online business. So they're in no particular order and they're all equally important lessons. So let me look at my notes and I'm gonna go right into these lessons. So number 1 lesson that I've learned is that you need to outsource your weaknesses. I know that it's not always possible when you're just starting out because maybe you don't have the money, maybe you don't really know what you need to outsource because you are the accountant, you're the graphic designer, you're the marketer, you're the salesperson, you're the everything for your business when you start. But as you start making money, it's important to start outsourcing things. And even if you're not making money yet, so even for me, for my business, my marketing business, I was still at my 9 to 5 when I was growing my business on the side part-time. And I was not able, because I didn't have the time, to be on social media all the time, right? Because I had a job. And so I quickly hired a VA to be able to help me with the graphics and to post on social media for me. So I wasn't making money yet, but because I had a job, I had the money to pay somebody to do that for me. Okay, so outsource the things that you're not great at. I do not like editing videos, so I try to outsource that. I do not like doing graphics. I enjoy Canva, but I really don't like doing graphics. So I try to outsource that as much as possible. So that would be the first lesson that I would share with you. Second lesson is that running a business has highs and lows, just like life in general. There are very good moments where you reach your goals and you're like, oh my gosh, this is awesome, this is great, freedom, I can do whatever I want, and I can be my own boss. You have this moment of, boss girl type thing. But there are also very low moments, like either you feel very lonely, or you don't reach your goals, or you're overworked and you burn out, or you just don't know what you want to do. And a lot of times you just want to quit. Very often you want to quit. Like it's very normal to feel like that's it. This is the end. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore, because it is very, very challenging. It's not easy. And so you really need to have very strong will. You need to have courage. You need to have motivation. You need to have focus. All these things every day. And it's not really possible to have all these things every single day. And so there are days when you just feel like quitting. It just happens. Sometimes you just sit on your bed and you cry for a few minutes or hours, eat some ice cream, and you feel like quitting. And then a few minutes after that, you get a sale, or maybe you get a message from somebody that says, oh, you've saved me so much money, or you've saved me so much time, and I love your message and I love your content. And then you're like, you know what? I can do this, right? And then you just go back at doing what you love to do. All right, so that was number 2. Number 3, this is very, very important to do. You need to record and celebrate your wins. Okay? We tend to focus on the negative, on the things that don't work. We tend to put negative reviews online when we have a bad experience. But the good things, they're good, and then that's it. We forget about them. And in business, when you really need those wins and you need to have those moments to remind you why you're in the game in the first place, it's very important to take notes of these moments. So you can journal, you can have a notebook, you can put them on your board, and always remind yourself that, why you're doing that, and that you are actually winning, you're actually growing. Maybe you have a low month, but still you're making progress. Okay, it's not perfection, and the brain forgets the good things, and so it's very important to remind yourself of the good things as well, because the bad things, we always remember those. All right. In the same way, lesson number 4. Is it 4? Yes, it's 4. Give yourself some grace, because you're going to win, you're going to lose. And sometimes you feel very frustrated. This past summer for me was very frustrating and disappointing too, because I had big, bold goals. I set big goals. I love the work that I do. And sometimes when I don't reach my goals, I get frustrated. Or when I don't get to do what I want to do, because errands, because school is because kids are home from school. And so, yeah, your plans get derailed and you don't get to do what you want to do when you want to do it. And then you don't get to reach your goals. And it's just very frustrating for me. And so at the end of the day, I have to remind myself that, you know what, I'm only human. There's tomorrow, hopefully. And I have to give myself some grace. I'm not a robot. You win some, you lose some, right? And so you can only do what you can do with what you have right now and get better at it. Get better and better at it. That's all you can do. All right? So give yourself some grace. That's number 5, I believe. Number 4, my bad. Number 4. Number 5, you need a coach. You need a coach. Everybody in business needs a coach. You need to learn how to do this thing. A coach is going to give you the shortcut. If you don't want a coach, don't get a coach, but you're going to have to learn everything and then figure it out on your own which one is the best for you. When you have a coach, you don't have to learn everything. You just go straight to what's best for you. That doesn't mean that you have to do exactly what your coach tells you to do, because your business model has to work for you and your lifestyle and your what you like and all that. But it will cut short all the learning process, because basically everything is on YouTube. YouTube is like a university. You can learn everything on YouTube. However, it will take you time to learn everything. But if you just hire somebody who can teach you how to do certain things the fastest way, the more efficient way, the easiest way, I didn't say the easy way, I said the easiest way, that will save you a lot of time. And when you're growing your business, that's what you want. You want the easiest and fastest way to get to your goals. That's why you hire a coach. All right, that was number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6, I said that there was none that was more important than the other, but I think this one was the most important one, and the one that really surprised me the most is how much I had to work on my mindset. Not just once a week, but every single day. Every single day you need to work on your mindset. You need to fight for yourself. And nobody else can do that for you. People can believe in you, they can push you and motivate you and all that, but you have to do it for yourself. Your brain has to do the work. And sometimes you trick your brain, sometimes you do certain actions that will then trick your brain and help your brain. But you have to do the work every single day. Work on your mindset. Imposter syndrome is real. Mostly if you have accomplished a lot of things outside of your business, like maybe it's degrees, maybe it's experiences, maybe it's other things. And now you're starting a new business, but it's not in the same arena than your experience or your field of education. And so you feel like you are competing, quote unquote, with the 19-year-old newcomer who, with bold confidence, is giving you life advice, and they're getting all the subscribers and all the views and all the followers and all the brand sponsorships, and you're like, I'm nothing. Like, how can I compete with that? Well, first of all, you're not competing. To each its own. I believe that there's enough room for all of us to be in this space. What works for you might not work for me. Your audience is not my audience. My audience is not your audience. And so what people need from you, they can only get it from you. And that's why you need to put yourself out there, because they cannot get it from me. They cannot get it from the other person. They can only get it from you. So until you put yourself out there, they can't get what they need, okay? Or at least not the way that they need to get it. All right, so work on your mindset every day. Maybe that's listening to motivational videos every single day. Maybe it's reading your Bible every day. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is for you, but you need to find something to do every single day to get your mind right. That was lesson number 6. Lesson number 7. I realized that I have more than 7. I mentioned this. Lesson number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 your way is best for you. I mentioned earlier that you can have a coach that can guide you and all of that, but your way is what works best for you. When I started this business, like in the way I do it now in 2016, everybody was doing the typical coaching packages, 3 months one-on-one. I hate that model. I really do not like that model. Okay, I'm not going to say I hate because that's a little strong. I do not like that model. It's not my style. I like to work short and sweet when it's one-on-one, unless I really like you, and then we can work long-term together one-on-one. But I like longer programs when it's a group program. But when it's one-on-one, I don't know. I like it short and sweet. Okay. And so everybody was offering that. And so I felt like, okay, this is what I have to do. And that required getting people on the phone with you for discovery calls and all that. And oh my gosh, I just hated that. Okay, I said hate. I really disliked it, right? And so I wasn't getting people on the phone, or when I was getting people, I was getting the wrong people. And it's just because I didn't want to do the calls. So I wasn't getting the clients, or not as many clients as I wanted. Until the day when I dared that to tell my coach that actually, ideally, I want to do VIP days. I really like the idea of traveling to a destination to meet my clients, work together for a day or two, and getting paid in the thousands. And she's like, why don't you do it? I'm like, can I? Can I do that? Really? Will people pay me thousands just to do that, to work with me one day? She's like, why not? You can help them get the results. I'm like, yeah, sure. They can get those results in a day. Then why not? And so I was bold enough to put my offer out there for VIP days, and guess what? Signed 2 clients in one day. So because I followed the model that works best for me. So maybe in one season you're like, I want to do VIP days only. Another season you want to do group programs. Another season you want to do one-on-one. My point is that is what works best for you. All right. Lesson number 8. Lesson number 8. Don't compare and don't envy others. To each its own. We're all working. We're all doing our best. But at the same time, you don't know what's really behind the scenes, behind the screen, behind the reels, behind the stories, behind the testimonials, behind everything that we see on social media. Very rarely will you see the truth. Let me rephrase that. It's not that you're not going to see the truth. Very rarely will you see the full picture. We don't share the full picture. Like, I'm not even showing you how messy my office is. I could show you that. But just by looking at this frame, you can say, oh, organized office. Like, everything looks like nice. But I have laundry in the bed right there. I have a lot of papers right here. I have a bowl of ice cream on my table, right? And you wouldn't know that. It's just like you wouldn't know what's behind the scenes, the struggles, the health issues, the marital issues of your favorite content creators out there. So don't compare your walk with their walk. Don't envy what they show you, because it's just a picture of that doesn't show the full side of what their life really is like. Or maybe they have a great life, and good for them. Okay, maybe they do have a great life, and that's great. But just to tell you that your lane is your lane, your journey is your journey, and your destination is your destination. So embrace it. The next lesson, lesson number 9, set big, bold goals. I just love to set big, bold goals. Do I always reach them? Heck no. But at least I try. All right. If you set small goals, you reach them, that's great, but you stayed small. Set big goals. Even if you don't reach them, you might stretch yourself and reach higher than the small goals. So it's a great win. All right. So setting big, bold goals is what I recommend everybody do, and is something that I've learned in this journey. Next lesson, lesson number 9. It's important to rest. Big, bold goals in one hand, but also rest. There's seasons to work, there's seasons to play, there's seasons to rest. So enjoying the time to hustle. I personally love the word hustle. I don't know why people don't like the word, or I guess a lot of women don't like the word because it's like too much work. I don't know. I love the word hustle because I like the energy of getting work done, like being in the zone, getting it done for a small, period of time. Like this weekend or today is like, or this week is like beast mode. Let's get it done. No excuses. And then when that's done, you can go into chill mode or more relaxed mode. And so it's important to recognize that there's validity in both. And mostly if you want to accelerate your growth, no business owner is going to tell you that if you just go with the flow, you're going to get to your goal faster. There's no way. That's not how it works, right? And so you have to realize that you're going to have to make sacrifices. Maybe it's less TV, maybe it's less IG, maybe it's less going out with friends, maybe it's less family time. I don't know what the sacrifice is going to be like for you, but you're going to have to sacrifice something if you want to get to your destination faster. That's just how it is. All right. And last one. This one's good too. Remember your why. Remember why you're doing it. Remember why it's so important for you to grow this business, because like I said earlier, you're going to have low days when you feel like, I don't want to do this. I quit. And so are you doing it for your family, for your kids, for more travel time, more vacations with the family, more, not having to check your bank account before you go out to eat? What are the reasons why you're doing it? Okay? It's not just for the money. Maybe it's for the money, but the money is for something else, right? Maybe it's so that you can always provide for your family. So whenever there's a need, you can help. So what is your why? And that is a very, very, very important thing to remember. And one of the important lessons that I've learned in this journey since 2013, being in business. So if you're in business, let me know, what are the lessons that you can relate to, the ones that I've shared or the ones that I haven't shared. Maybe it's something that you've learned and that we can discuss more in the comments of this video. Okay? I hope you've enjoyed this relax, go with the flow kind of video. I decided I didn't want to edit this video. I'm just going to go with the flow with my notes, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like, share it with a friend, and of course, subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss any of my other videos like this one, talking about travel, talking about moving abroad, talking about business and managing, balancing it all. All right. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.